Hello everyone, this is Cindy and I'm back for part 2 of the December Daily. If you watched part 1, you saw where I started on my journal here, and I decorated the first page and the inside front cover, and this is the original end page of the book, and the pages here, and I just put some rickrack and fabric to cover where the spine's at. I made this library pocket and I put this doily on there, and I made a tuck out of a doily that I glued on some cardstock. And when I left, I had made these 2 tags, which I just used 2 tags from the Artie Mays Winter's Tale kit. And that one fit perfectly in there, and I thought that one went real well right there. So that was part 1. Part 2, or day 2, whatever you want to call it, I am going to keep going, of course, and this is the page from the book. I'm not doing anything to it, and here is the a page from the Artie Mays kit. And when I printed it out, my printer will not print to the edge, so I got within, what, 1/16 of an inch, so that was good. So make sure everything's in frame. Okay, so I decided I could, you know, use distress ink around it, or I don't really mind it because it kind of frames it, but I did think that I would put some of this lace on there. And this lace is in a wad, and I was gonna take it off, but I wanted to show you what it looked like. I found this at Salvation Army for $4, and it was in a drawer. Remember those old-fashioned pattern drawers that were in the department stores where you had to pull it out and go through all the numbers to find your pattern, sewing pattern? It was like the bottom part of one of those, and I don't know how many times I've been in that Salvation Army and I never noticed a sign that said patterns 10 cents. So I noticed it last time I was there, and I thought, oh, they're talking about sewing patterns? So I pulled out that drawer, and here was a bunch of lace and trims and patterns and things. So anyway, I found this bow lace, I guess you would call it. It's like a tied bow. So I thought I'll just put that, glue some of that right there, and it won't stick out from the book because this page is shorter, but it will still give it a nice little edge. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. And I always take some packaging and put it behind a page I'm going to be gluing in if I've already sewn the signatures in, and I have. So we'll put that there just to catch any glue that kind of drips over the sides. And clean off my, okay, clean my glue there a little bit. Just wants to be stubborn. Let me have a needle. I run up through it when it gets stubborn. I leave the lid off of it too long, and it doesn't want to flow. Just lay this lace on there. And just give it a decorative edge, and I cover up some of that white. And there we go. Get my scissors, cut this off. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do to this page spread. And on the back side of this, you see why I put that down. Let me switch this over. Yeah. It's got lines. When I printed these pages, I printed double-sided because I didn't want to have to deal with a whole bunch of white pages. So the next page up is this one, and I had kind of thought I would make a pocket. I like this fabric here. I don't know if you can tell that it's got a sparkle built into the fabric. I just didn't have a whole lot of it, so I tried to tear it, you know, to get the rough edges as best I could without using up big chunks of it. So I came up with this, and I decided it's just a little too small for that larger page, so I put it on some of this leftover cardstock. It's got snowflakes in it, so I think that'll be fine. So let me just, let's glue this on first. And I'm just gonna go ahead and glue it like a pocket, I think. So this can be like a double pocket. I can always go back later if I decide I don't want that, and just glue it the top down. Now I'm going to take my paper trimmer and trim this off. And then give me a pocket. Just glue this on as a pocket. Once again, I left the cap off my glue. And I have these yo-yos. They're kind of big, but I think one will be fine right there, just to kind of finish off that pocket. Okay. Now I have this from the kit, and it's supposed to be folded up to become a pocket. But it's got the journaling lines on the back, so if you were to glue it down, you'd lose that. So I thought I'll just make it into a pocket that's inserted into a pocket. So let me move my journal out of the way real quick. And we'll work on this. So I need to fold this top flap down. And this kit I mentioned earlier is Winter's Tale by Artie Mays on Etsy. And this is just one part of it. There's actually two kits. One is the basic backgrounds and stuff, and then one is embellishments. And so I'm not sure if this is from kit 1 or not, but I went ahead and got both of them, both kits. Okay, so now we need to glue this. And glue this. I think I did that wrong, didn't I? Actually, I'm not sure if I did or not. I was thinking it's supposed to, I was wondering why she had, what's the word? Inked around that flap. But I don't think it's supposed to flap over here to cover up the lines. I'm not sure. But anyway, there we go. And I probably should ink that since it's kind of dark. I should have done that, obviously, before. But maybe I can do it a little bit. And like I said, I'm just going to slip this in that pocket. She's already done the inking on the kit, but I just added a little more. I'm just going to slip it in this pocket. But I don't have anything to go in here, so let's see what I have. A scrap of this I thought would work fairly well. So let's trim this to fit. And of course, I can't put my pencil yet. Oh, here it is. So about this long, and it's not going to be the full width, so about like that. Trim that real quick using my little marks. Yes, oops, a little long, okay? Just cut it with my scissors. So that should do it. I just want to ink these edges up. Fairly lightly, because I don't want this to be a real grungy journal. Just enough to give it some definition around the edges. And then that should work. Okay, that's perfect. Alright, so part 2, I ignored this page from the book. I added some lace trim to this one. Kept the writing this plain. I made this envelope with the journaling card. Made this pocket, added that yo-yo. And we're gonna call, oops, no cap on the glue again. We're gonna call this done for part 2, and we'll continue on later. Thank you for watching. Bye.